Good morning, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Today I'm going to share with you number 100 of the Catechism with respect to the Pope and leadership, but then connecting that with other books from today's theme. I've always wanted to do this now where I can expand to different books and share ideas from different authors and just really draw out these ideas as best as I can in my videos, because I've always wanted to be, in this sense of a counselor, sharing as many viewpoints as possible so that way they can help you in some way, whether they're from a religious or non-religious perspective. I've always wanted to help people in some way. So this is my way of helping you in the audience to, in some way, just in the future. So let me share with you number 100 of the Catechism with respect to the Pope and leadership, connecting that with energy and the idea of becoming a leader and inspiring people. And let's see where this takes us. So let's get this started. So here's number 100 of the Catechism with respect to the Pope and the leadership with the Magisterium. So the task of interpreting the Word of God authentically has been entrusted solely to the Magisterium of the Church. That is, to the Pope and to the bishops in communion with him. And so sharing that from number 100 of the Catechism, we see that the Pope, he's entrusted with so much authority, so much leadership, that everyone looks up to him, and he's a very public figure in the world, right? Just thinking about the news, the media. We had a new election this year, and he's just a very popular figure throughout the world. And right, one pope versus like all these presidents, prime ministers, kings, dukes, etc. And you think, okay, so there's one person for the job, one person for the job. And then connecting it with the ideas here that I want to share with you in this theme, the idea that, okay, if he's the one person that everyone looks up to, how does that build people up? How does that inspire people to go and become leaders in their own right? And so sharing with you here the other two books I have for this topic. Okay, the first one, The Priests We Need to Save the Church by Kevin Wells. This is a great book as far as bringing up from this topic. I want to say from the book, the family that he writes about left the church to a Protestant church because the leader, the pastor of the Protestant church, was more authentic, more energetic than the one in the Catholic church. And it just, the writer is writing to the reader, it's like, how did that happen? Why does it so that families will leave one church for another? Okay. And you wonder, is it the leader? Is it the expenses of the church? What is it that draws people over to really bring about them and the families to come together, right? And so then connecting this with another one of my favorite books, The Alpha Male Strategies, right? So from a non-religious perspective, what is it from this to this that is a connecting, binding tie? So connecting this to this with that energy, the idea that, okay, if you're going to be an alpha person or a leader in some sense, you got to be busy. You got to be busy and not waste your free time. Not waste your free time and think, okay, if I'm going to just not do anything and expect everyone just to follow me because I'm just so awesome, I'm sorry, but you're going to fall into an illusion. You're delusional in the sense that, okay, you're stuck in your mind. You haven't really talked with anybody. You haven't gone out to talk with anyone in your ideas to really build your brand, and you haven't shared with anyone what you're selling. And because you're saying, oh, I'm just awesome. Okay, well, whatever, but anyone could say that, and that's good for you that you believe that, first of all. But then how are you going to follow that up with people behind you? How are you going to attract from your energy to a church or some kind of business for people to follow you? And then connecting it back with the Pope, everyone's looking up to him. Everyone looks up to that leader. Everyone looks up to the person that, if they're not trusting their leader, why follow this person if you feel like we're going to lose the battle, we're not going to succeed today? Why follow someone if you feel the plan is not even set right in the first place? And I think there's something to share further with you in the sense that, okay, the families want to protect their children. Okay, if the families don't feel safe about being with the community, of course, from one church to another, they're going to go and follow where the other families are safe. And that is the idea of a flock and its leaders. If the leader is not protecting its flock authentically, then why would anyone trust that pastor, that leader, right? Connecting that back to the strategies. Being busy, being so focused. From a secular perspective, the ladies love the guy who's busy, focused on their business ideas, and vice versa, right? For the ladies also, the ladies who focus on their perspective and job as well, right? If you're focused, you'll build authenticity, and that authenticity builds attraction. And you wonder, okay, connecting it back to a bigger theme, back to the Pope. If we're going to be authentic in what we talk about, what I'm sharing with you in this video is that I want to help people through the channel, right? So what I'm trying to stress is, if you're going to be authentic, start focusing on what you want to build. Focus on what you want to build today to sell to the rest of the world. You want to be a leader. Okay, that's cool. But I mean, if I don't trust your product, why would I want to buy it? Why would I want to buy something that hasn't been sold or there's no reviews? You haven't even given a demonstration of what the product is. If I don't trust your product, then of course you're going to just sink and fall down into business. Of course, you have no following even on the media, etc. And that is the thing with the media here on the channel. If you want to build an audience, start making some videos, start being creative, and face the negative criticism. And eventually, you'll break through that negative criticism for those who trust in your product, because people are now starting to see, wow, this person's authentic. People threw rocks at him. People are trying to knock down his ideas, but this one has stayed strong throughout the time, right? And that's the thing. I make so many videos in the hope that, okay, maybe one day this channel will have a breakthrough. And as I upgrade my videos, try to have a better scenery, better way of formatting, and bringing out topics, drawing out more ideas for you all, that is the hope. That if I have books right here on the spot, books right here to kind of elaborate between different authors and ideas, maybe something will spark for someone that says, hey, I like where this is going. I like where that video is trying to tell me that, yeah, there's a pope, there's pastors, and then there's individual leaders. Okay, and then they all interconnect in some way. But what is that connection? It is that energy, the belief that you are authentic, you're on fire, that you can really sell anything, that you truly believe in your product, you believe in yourself, you believe that you can go out there and lead other people and inspire them to be leaders in their own right, to become great. And there's nothing wrong with that, to go out to be authentic. People will probably tell you negative comments, of course, but the thing is, I've had to face so many negative critics along the way, and it has been a beautiful journey of where I've come now today, and I realize, hey, forget how people think about me. I'm just going to be out here on my channel and start talking about what I feel is right, trying to help people in some way. And the thing is, I don't care anymore about whether it's my business, relationships, how I've grown in life. The thing is, be authentic in the moment. Be authentic and talk and be true to yourself. And there you're going to find some freedom. And that is what allows that alpha, that leader, the guy, girl, to start their business, to go out, to sell something to the public that people want to see on the media. They gain a following, leading to the pastors, the priests. Okay, the families feel safe now because they trust in that product, they trust in that message, they trust in that word. And then finally to the Pope. All right, we have the leader up there, upstairs, authentically with the true magisterium, leading the way, but inspiring all the world to really be authentic, to be themselves, to really seek out the Lord in some way. And I think all of this connects, and I want to know your thoughts in this video in the comments. Please share if I was off topic or not, but I think I was trying to aim for something authentic, and the idea here is, forget what people think. You can go out there and be authentic and sell your product. You can go out there and talk to people and do what you feel is right. So, hope this video finds you well today. This is from Mike the MC on today on the Tuesday. I hope this one finds you well. This will be posted later in the week, of course, but the thing is, I'm very happy with how this video came out. I hope this one is great for you, and I hope you get to see where it is you want to be inspired, build up that energy, build up a following, and then become a leader in what you're going to do. All right, everybody, take care. Have a good one.